What's happening with my peoples? The Hoodlum gang, that is. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood. Welcome back to my channel. If you ain't a part of the Hoodlum gang and you want to become my peoples, man, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button. Like the video, comment, share the video, hit that notification bell. Go on over to IG. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And go on over to IG and follow me at Hoodie from the Hood. I wanted to talk about real fast the last video I made about who's bigger as far as they impact in not only Northern California but California and beyond. EBK, J-Bo, and Mozzie. A lot of y'all have valid points. A lot of y'all, I can tell that comprehension is not your strong suit. A lot of y'all start going left, talking about stuff that has nothing to do with what I said. I said who has had more impact. Mozzie been around a lot longer. We forget J-Bo's like 22. So when people say things like all J-Bo do is this, that's not true. He got a lot of songs with over 1 million views where he's not dissing. But Mozzie came out dissing. And Mozzie was in his late 20s when he really started popping off. And he was dissing. So we got to give J-Bo some time to grow. Also, his most popular song is Boogeyman. And even though it has violent content and it's a gangster song, he did not diss not one time on Boogeyman. He didn't diss none of his ops. He didn't diss none of the usual people that's passed away that he usually did. He didn't do none of that in Boogeyman. So that's another false statement. Somebody started telling me about Mozzie's hood as far as Oak Park and the Zilla movement. Bro, that has nothing to do with the music. I don't want to just single you out, but we talking about the music. Musically, J-Bo is getting more play outside of California. That was my whole, and I know that I check my analytics. I understand that, you know, my demographics are a little bit older. So of course you're going to say Mozzie as opposed to a younger dude. But I don't know. It was just a lot of stuff I was hearing where I was like, you know, he was inspired by Mozzie. So just because you're inspired by a person doesn't mean you can't surpass them. It was a lot of baseless points that wasn't really points at all in that argument. They both have impact to California, but like I said, I didn't hear no mini-me's running around trying to sound like Mozzie or rap over the type of June on the beat production. I wasn't hearing that. I'm hearing everybody, not everybody, but I'm hearing way more people that I could count trying to sound like J-Bo and rap over those types of beats. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the topic. Almighty Suspect. Now, this is a dude who works for No Jumper. He's been up there for some years now. I don't personally have a problem with the dude. I also don't think he's that talented like Lush. I just don't. I ain't got nothing against the man. I don't see what the big deal is about him. What does he bring to the table? But I'm starting to see that this is what he brings to the table. He has these outbursts from time to time. He did with Sharp. I made a video about that. He did what he did to the little white pimp Kelpie. He got into it with Lush. And now, since Jaleece been up there, and Jaleece is a content creator from Sacramento, California, he been getting into it with her. They went viral maybe a few weeks ago where he was getting at her sideways. I don't really remember what the actual argument was about because I just don't pay that much attention. I think by the time I seen the clip of it, I think it was on We As Gang TV where I saw that he was kind of already going in on her. And I kind of watched it, and I didn't even watch the whole thing. I watched the majority of it. I didn't watch the whole thing because I didn't find it that interesting. It's just them two screaming. Her voice gets kind of irritating. And then just listening to him go back and forth with a female was irritating. So here we are again. He didn't blow up on her again. with no jumper, ain't no telling. I don't know if it's a play. I don't know if this is what they supposed to do, but the type of stuff that individuals say when they getting into it with each other, I don't know if that's a play. I don't know if talking about her mom, and I think her mom is deceased, I could be wrong, and talking about her kids, I don't know if somebody will be willing to let that slide for some views. I'm not saying Jaleece is perfect. I'm subscribed to her channel. She does some things that I don't quite agree with. You know what I'm saying? I sound like her. You know what I'm saying? That's what she be saying. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I'm trying to figure out why he keep on going back and forth with this girl. Like, at this point, you look like a female yourself, my nigga. Like, it don't make you look no better that you're winning arguments, or you think you're winning arguments with a female. And y'all screaming at each other. Like, you look just as soft as her at this point. But like I said, she does do things that I don't agree with. You know, 1 minute she's a civilian. The next minute she's a blood. 1 minute she's from Oak Park, which is where Mozzie's from. The next minute she's from downtown Sacramento. And I know them hoods are next to each other, and maybe they intermingle with each other. I don't know, but it gets confusing. It's like 1 minute you saying I'm from downtown. The next minute she's always referring to Oak Park as the hood and the homies, and she's in their politics and their business. And then the next, when she on here trying to put bodies on people and accusing people and being involved of stuff that they haven't even been probably questioned for, let alone convicted, then it's, oh, I don't bang, I'm a civilian, I'm doing my due diligence, as she like to say. But with all that being said, there ain't no reason for him to be going in on this girl like that over and over again. I don't find it entertaining at all. I don't find a lot of stuff that they do on that platform entertaining. But this is where they at, you know. 4Xers was probably the only person that was going to low-key save that platform. I don't really see who else up there. Maybe Wack. I will be honest, Wack brings in views with him and Adam. But, I mean, that's not enough to hold, unless you just get rid of everybody else and just have a podcast with you and Wack. You know what I mean? And every now and then y'all two invite people on and do what y'all do. But as far as all them other people on there, I don't see them being able to sustain too much more relevance with this going on. This is a highlight. Think about it. Almighty Suspect and Jaleece is the only highlight that we've seen or heard about on No Jumper since 4Xers, when he first got out and went up there. And Aaron the plumber, he looked like he on your helmet, homie. You know, he tired of you exploiting the black community. Tired of you. There's a clip of Adam saying, imagine Don King getting in the ring. Like, nah, bro, you're not Don King. You just a punk ass pilgrim that's trying to start drama for your own entertainment. You just brought that up out of nowhere with 4Xers, like, oh, it'll be a good fight with y'all two. You ain't never get down with Milk. Ruger told you if he brought some gloves and you caught that clout chasing, but you trying to set up fades behind two black men who have absolutely no problem with each other, who barely even know each other or know of each other, but that's not clout. When it comes to you, it's clout. But when it comes to you instigating between our people or anybody in general outside of you and yours, that's not clout chasing, huh? You did that for clicks and views, so he been going hard on you, pause, and basically saying, like, you need to get in the ring with somebody. But, you know, I know I kind of went left, but it pertains to, you know, these are your employees. They getting into it with each other. Now you have somebody who was just up there on your show who's getting at you and checking your temperature on the bullshit that you do, because that's all you do. That's all you good for, Sterner. I can't wait till somebody pop you in your fucking mouth. Anyways, that's my video for today, man. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big old man. Like I said, man, if you want to become my peoples, man, the Hoodlum gang, and be a part of the Hoodlum society, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, and leave me a comment down below. And make sure you spread the word about this here channel when you run across your friends. Tell them about your friend from that big old end. I'm out.